So you set a goal, you're super motivated, and then life happens. A busy schedule, unexpected setbacks, or just plain burnout sneaks in. And sticking to your plan feels like climbing a freaking mountain now. Now, does that sound familiar? Yeah, well, you're not alone. So today I want to talk about something that we all face, and it's how to stay on track when things just don't go as planned. If you're tired of starting over or feeling stuck, stick with me. This video is for you. Hey, I'm Mitchell and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you're new here, I share practical tips on self-improvement, habits, and personal growth. So make sure you subscribe. But today we're diving deep into resilience. Not just bouncing back, but actually learning how to stay consistent even when things get tough. Because let's face it, progress isn't always linear. Whether you're training for a marathon or working on a new habit or you're just trying to keep it together. Resilience is the game changer. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with something that we all need to hear. Setbacks are normal. They're not signs of failure, they're just part of the process. When I started training for my marathon, I had this perfect plan mapped out. But then life happened, I got injured, I missed a couple runs, and then I missed several runs, and then self-doubt crept in. Sound familiar? There's this really great quote from Nelson Mandela, and what he said was, "Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." And I think that sums it up perfectly. Resilience isn't about avoiding setbacks. It's about getting back up every time you fall. So here's what helped me. When a setback happens, instead of spiraling into guilt or frustration, I just pause and I ask myself, what's one thing I can do today? Just one thing. Even if it's small, like a 5-minute stretch instead of a full workout. It's still a win. Remember, consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up no matter how small the step is. Okay, now let's talk about plans for a second. We all love a good plan, right? But the truth is, rigid plans can be your worst enemy when life gets chaotic. Instead of aiming for perfection, build some sort of flexibility in your goals. This mindset shift has honestly been a game changer for me. For instance, on days when I couldn't hit the trail for my marathon training, what I ended up doing is I swapped it for a quick 20-minute treadmill run at the gym or even a brisk walk outside. I mean, sure, it wasn't, exactly ideal, but it kept me moving forward. And flexibility doesn't mean lowering your standards. It just means adjusting your approach while keeping your end goal in sight. So here's how you can do it. So the first thing you gotta do is set your minimum baseline. Now ask yourself, what's the smallest version of this habit I can stick to? For example, if you're working on journaling every day, but life gets busy and you're trying to skip it, you don't have enough time, just write one sentence instead of skipping it entirely. Have backup plans. Think about alternatives when your main plan doesn't work. Can't cook a full meal? Have healthy snacks ready. Can't make it to the gym? Try a bodyweight workout at home and celebrate partial wins. Every step counts, no matter how small. Resilience isn't about just what you do, it's about how you think. When life throws you curveballs, your mindset has got to become your greatest tool. Now, here are 3 strategies to build mental resilience. Focus on the bigger picture. When things get tough, it's easy to feel stuck in the moment. Take a step back and remind yourself of your why. Why did you start this journey? For me, during my marathon training, my why was just proving to myself that I could push beyond my limits. Now, write your why somewhere visible. It's a powerful reminder on the hard days. Practice gratitude. I know it might sound cliche, but gratitude really does work. On days when I felt extremely overwhelmed, I just took 5 minutes to write down one thing I was grateful for. It kind of shifted my focus from what was going wrong to what was going right. Reframe negative thoughts. When you hear yourself saying, "I can't do this," challenge it. Instead say, "This is hard, but I'm learning." Now, reframing takes practice, but it really helps you to stay kinder to yourself and more optimistic about your progress. Let's talk about accountability for a second here. So resilience doesn't mean just going in it alone. Having someone to cheer you on or even just to check in with you can make a huge difference. When I was struggling to stay consistent with running, what I did was I joined a local running group. Knowing that other people were showing up just made it so much easier to keep going. And when I couldn't make it, they'd send me some sort of encouragement to pick up where I left off. Now, if you don't have that support system right now, don't worry, I'm here for you. Drop your goal in the comments below and I'll cheer you on. We're all in this together. Here's a bonus tip. Set up your environment to support resilience. Small tweaks in your surroundings can make a big difference. For example, I keep my running shoes by the door to remind me to go for my runs. I also have a playlist ready for when I need a quick boost of energy. Think about what triggers you need to stay on track and make them easy to access. Resilience isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up even when it's hard. Setbacks will come, but they're really just part of the journey. What matters is how you respond. So next time you feel like giving up, remember, you're stronger than you think, and every step forward is progress. If this video helped you guys, give it a like, subscribe, and share with somebody who might need a little encouragement in their lives. And before you go, let me know in the comments what's one thing today or this week that you'll do to build resilience. Let's hold each other accountable here. I'll see you guys in the next video.